What's up, guys? This is Marco, and I'm hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
I listened and watched the video for Down literally yesterday, and immediately was just like, we got to set this up. Like, I need to talk to this guy. This guy is so sick. And like, I don't even know where you came from, but but talk to me about your music, Down, for example, and the creative process behind it.
Yeah, so Down, it's funny because I wish there was like a deep story behind that song. Like, I don't know, I feel like every time someone asks for a story, you're supposed to have this like crazy, like, yo, this is what it meant to me. But no, I have an EP coming out next month, and it was done completely, mixed, mastered, finished, and then I did a writing session with a friend of mine in Brooklyn. His name's Air Atlantica, and got in the session. He had that beat, so I was just kind of looking through verses that might fit or whatever, and I just kind of did that verse over it as like kind of a little demo. Like, he kind of just gave me a microphone, and I did that, and I'm talking like that take that you hear. Like, it was the first take ever. It ended up just being one take. We kind of listened back and we were like, dude, that's the song. Like, we kind of did it. So we did it, emailed it to both of our managers, and they were like, let's get this on the EP, when the EP was already like submitted for release and stuff like that. So it was cool how last minute it was, and it's cool because it's actually it's the first time I've ever released a song where I didn't produce the beat. So it was kind of a cool milestone for me to finally like branch out and like work with other producers and stuff like that.
With this song, like, I love the video for it. I don't think any other video would have gone great with the track. Like, I feel like this video was just so perfect with this song, and the way that you deliver your lyrics, and like, I don't know, man, like, it was just like, what was that creative process of the video? Like, is that something that you already had in mind, or did you have the director kind of jump in and do that?
No, so that creative process was actually like really dope. So I called the director, and I sent him the song, and we kind of like got on this call to talk about ideas for the video. And we ended up, like, I don't know if I'm wrong, we ended up coming with 0 ideas for the video, just absolute 0. And he just moved to Brooklyn. I live like 20 minutes from Brooklyn. So I was like, dude, Wednesday, just have your camera ready. We're going to show up. I'm going to show up to Brooklyn, and we're just going to film, dude. Like, we're not going to plan this. We're just going to film. Then literally all the ideas came very on the spot. Like, we went to a thrift store, and like, that's where I got the gray jumpsuit, like I didn't have that planned or anything. And then like, we got lunch at this spot and just used the wall where we got lunch for the video shoot. And he has a rooftop on his apartment. So we went to his rooftop and we're like, let's do this, let's do that. I wanted to show I was dedicated. So like, they hung me upside down over the building, like on the rooftop. And, they were like, we're afraid because we don't want you to get hurt. And I was kind of like, dude, if I get hurt, keep filming. Like, do not stop filming. Don't help me, bro. Like, we're just going to make a really good video. So literally all credit to him, man. He killed it for sure. His name's Tim, by the way. I don't know if I said it, Tim Hunt. He's the man.
And I don't know if you feel the same way, but like, the shot that really like caught my attention every single time you went back to it was that staircase where you're laying down and your arms like on your back. Like, I don't know what it was about that shot, but it was just so like incredible.
Yeah, dude, I hurt my arm trying to make it. I tried to look as broken as possible. There's like a behind the scenes video where he's like trying to just like film it to see how I look. And you hear me like, do I look broken? Like, do I look like I'm dead right now? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you positive I look dead? But yeah, that scene was really awesome. I had to like grab the crate with my arm behind me, so like my arm would stay there and then lay on my arm. It was crazy, man. It was nuts.
The things you do for your music videos.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I told him, like, if I get hurt, keep filming, dude. Don't stop filming. I will figure it out. I've been hurt before. Don't worry.
So this is a track off your upcoming EP, Cedar Creek, and with this EP, like the 7 tracks, like I love the emotions that I get out of this EP. I love, how you start with Cedar Creek and it kind of opens up with like the scene of like, this is my town, this is my place, this is my life. And then you go throughout the EP with like experiences and issues that you've had. What was like the initial idea of this EP? Did you always know that you wanted to create an EP that kind of like talked about these kinds of experiences, or did a specific song kickstart the idea of the EP?
No, yeah, this was a kind of, well, I mean, I just write a lot, and I just think these 6, I guess if you take Down out, because Down came later, these 6 in particular fit so well together because of the concept behind them, which is I've been writing music since I was 8 years old, and obviously not that, like then I wasn't writing about this stuff, but in high school and as I grew up, I would write about my problems, but like my problem, how do I explain? Like in the moment, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was going through a breakup or if I was going through anxiety, like I would write about how I felt in that moment. So now that I'm older, the reason why it's called Cedar Creek is, yes, that's where I'm from. And this one, all 6 of these songs are more in reference to the fact that I'm writing about what I went through then, but not as that person going through it in that moment. I'm writing about, like in the perspective of me, who I am today, and looking back almost nostalgically, if I could teach myself a lesson or how it turned me into the person I am today, something like Thank You. Well, it's not out yet, but it's about heartbreak. But the whole point, the whole reason why it's called Thank You is because that breakup's been done for 5 years, the one that I'm writing about in that song. So I'm saying, like I'm the person I am today because we went through that breakup. So I thought these were all important because it's talking about an old me, but from the perspective of a new me, kind of like you get to write a letter to your old self idea.
Right. And I love that you mentioned Thank You, because that was one that also stuck out to me, because you open up about the situation, but at the same time you're thankful about the situation, because like you just mentioned, like it made you who you are today, but like you're also delivering a sense of vulnerability to your audience, and not just with this song, like throughout this EP. So as a songwriter, how did you learn to be comfortable with vulnerability, or was that something that you have always been comfortable with?
Yeah, it's weird, man. I think that's just a strong suit for me in general. I'm just not the type of guy who just writes to write or lies or just fabric or no, I don't want to say lies. I don't want to call other artists a liar, but a lot of artists will write about their aspirations or write about even something that their idols talk about. And I've just never been that kind of person. I like to write about things that I actually go through and things that are serious. And I've always listened to artists that are very on the surface, very like so dry and to the point that you can't even misinterpret what they're trying to say. It's so funny because I was talking about this yesterday with a friend. Like the song Cedar Creek, I got that inspiration from, I don't know if you know the song Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, but the reason why I love that song so much is because it's just an acoustic guitar and she's just blatantly talking about like her issues with her father and her issues with her mother and her issues with her boyfriend. And it's like, you can't misinterpret that song, yet it's so beautiful. So yeah, I think that's just always been, it's really not hard for me to be an open book and talk about it because that's the whole reason why I even write to begin with.
One thing that also sticks out about you is your delivery. It's pretty unique, and it's just crazy to me how you go from, I guess in a sense, you start with like it sounds like a little bit of spoken word, but then you go into fast rapping, and then you hit a falsetto like in Harm, or high notes like in Harm, and it's just like you do that so naturally. Like it makes me wonder, like, did you have some kind of singing background? Did you have some kind of like lessons on how to sing? Because I don't know how that is possible the way that you do it.
Thanks. I wish I was better at it, to be honest. No, I did. I in high school, I was in like 6 different choirs. So I was in like the regular choir. I was in the honors choir, which is the one you had to audition for. I was in a a cappella jazz choir. I was in a barbershop quartet. I went to a different school for a little bit. I was in their church choir. And then I also took singing lessons on the side. Yeah, that it's weird because actually my voice is so much worse now than it was then, because I guess when you're training and you're practicing every day in all these different choirs, you, that's the best your voice is ever going to be. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm getting older, my voice is getting raspier. I probably have nodes. I don't know. I should get it checked out. But yeah, no, I had a lot of training going into writing music and stuff like that.
How did you discover your sound and the way that you deliver your music? Like, was there like an artist development process that you kind of went through, or did you know this from the beginning that this is the kind of sound, style, and music that you wanted to create?
No, it's just been all progress, because I used to write a lot of singer-songwriter stuff, and I used to write a lot of very rap-oriented stuff. And just as I grow as a person, you know, like I think my sound will change too. Like 5 years from now, I don't know. I feel like I've heard at least 5 different times while making music that, oh, you finally found your niche. You finally found it. Like, that's it. That's what you should be doing. And then it's like, cool, I found it. And then a few years later, my sound is 180 drastically different. And that same person is like, now you found it. Like, now you got it, dude. And I'm like, I give up, man. I give up trying to figure out what my sound is. I'm just going to make what makes me happy at this point.
With Cedar Creek, which drops on the 18th of September, what was the biggest challenge for you? Like, was there a particular song? Was it part of the production since you produced all of this yourself? Like, what did you face during the making of it?
The hardest part? That's a really good question. The hardest part for me is, well, first of all, Cedar Creek, the song was a really hard song for me to record, I guess. I don't know, or like not record, but show my manager and my engineer. And like I said, actually being vulnerable is very easy to me. Like, it doesn't matter. But that song particularly, like, was kind of hard to get out a little bit.
Was it just too personal?
Yeah, it was a little, it's a lot. And you know, to put it out, and like, I know I say things about my parents and I say things about drugs and stuff like that. So, but at the same time, it was like, once I did it once, then it was easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the second time you listen, I'm nervous to see what you think. It was very much like that. Once I made it, like, hey, I have this song. So that was really hard. Also, just anxiety and stress in general, I deal with a lot. So just it's not the creation process as much as it's the anxiety of rolling out new music and what people are going to think. Even though, you know, I saw pieces from your Logic interview where Logic said something about, you know, you have to be honest with yourself and just not care what people think. And right. I try, but I have a ton of anxiety, so it's hard to do that.
And now that, you know, you listen to these songs as a master product, like, do you have those same feelings, emotions as you did when you first started writing them? Or do you feel like the writing process lets you kind of escape from those situations?
I mean, I don't think I'll ever escape from those situations, but I do feel different about the songs, even on a growth standpoint. You know, there are songs now that I'm not even really a fan of. Even in, my niece is playing the piano. Sorry. Even in albums before, like, you know, I grow and I change my sound, and then I listen back to music and I'm like, dude, I was too angry there. I was too sad, or I was too corny with that line. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, as far as the actual emotions that went into all of them, it's all very real. And it, like I said, it was from a past point and talking about who I am now. So I don't think those are things that you can't let go of the past. You just have to grow from it. So I can't let those things go.
Right. Well, dude, I'm excited for the world to hear Cedar Creek.
Me too, man.
And I'm excited for more people to find out about you because like I said, I listened to Down, I watched the video, and then instantly just got hooked. So I'm sure there's so many more music fans out there that are going to have that same feeling.
Thank you, bro. I really hope so. I appreciate that.
So thank you again for taking the time, dude, and congratulations with Down, and congratulations with Cedar Creek dropping September 18th. And
Thank you,
thanks
boss.
again, man. I
Appreciate it.
appreciate it.